Good morning. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, if you guys are just now tuning in, jump on over to YouTube. We're getting ready to go live over on YouTube, and we're going to start our session here in about 3 minutes, guys. So we're live. Everybody's tuning in. So right now, you guys go right there. I'm not avoiding you guys. I'm not intentionally just not paying attention. I just have chat, and I have YouTube as well. And there's going to be a shit ton of people on YouTube. There's going to be a shit ton of comments. So if you guys want to get a question answered and you have a stock that you want analyzed this morning in our commentary session, go ahead and jump over to YouTube, Alpha Day Trading. Let's go ahead and roll the intro. Good morning, traders. What is going on? What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning, everybody inside of chat. And good morning, everybody over on the tube. We got Julian, Joel, Clint, Chris, Gary, Denise, Gonzo, the man, the myth, the legend. We got a lot of mans and myths and legends. We got Ed, we got Gonzo, my man. What's going on? And happy hump day! That's right, baby. It's Wednesday, September 1st, 2021. It is month number 2 of the Small Account Challenge. I'm calling this the final 4. The final 4 months of 2021. Let's make it the best 4 months that you guys have ever freaking had. That's my goal for myself. That's my goal for you guys. Making sure that the next 4 months are the best 4 months that you guys have ever had. To keep that momentum going for 2022, to take control of that life, to be where you want to be in your trading career, to accomplish all of your goals. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. And while we're doing that, let's have some fun, like we always do inside of chat. So once again, good morning. Hit me with a good morning, YouTube. Hit me with a good morning inside of chat. What do we got? KC, good morning. Landon, Rob, Tyler, Angel, Sergeant Willie P, Corey. What is up? What's going on? K Glow, good morning. What do we got over on YouTube? What up, Cody, Frank, Gonzo, Ed, Scott, Robert, Tracy, Marcus. We keep going. Good morning. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to September. Trader King, what's going on? Good morning. Welcome to September, ladies and gentlemen. We had an awesome end of August. I tell you what, guys, the last 7 days has absolutely been on fire, right? Last week was a hot week. We are all locking in killer profits, seeing big time profits here inside of chat. $2, $3, $4, $5,000 profits from traders in chat. And then on YouTube, I'm going to call you out. Gonzo, on the last 5 options plays, he's nailed 4 out of 5 of those plays that we've called out. Gonzo's making big time bucks. $1,000 here, $2,000 there. Gonzo, my man, awesome job. And that goes for everybody, not just Gonzo, but Gonzo's the first person I think of when I think of big time profits, right? Gonzo's over here fucking killing it. Big time profits. Now, don't get me wrong. You guys are crushing it as well inside of chat. Everybody else is crushing it as well over on YouTube. So congratulations, everybody. You had a phenomenal August, some big time profits, and we had an amazing 7 days to end the month of August. Big time profits, nice, healthy market conditions, and I'm looking forward to seeing what September has in store. Some good market conditions, some nice momentum, some nice activity, so we can have another amazing month. So let's do this. We ended the month on a strong note. We ended the month on a profitable note. Let's start our month on a strong note, on a profitable note, and keep that momentum going for the rest of September, guys. Month number 2 of the small account challenge. And at some point today, we're going to be reviewing where you guys are at on your small accounts. So what are you up? Dollar amount. What does that equate to as far as a percentage? What's your win rate? Can't talk. What's your win rate? And I want to sit here and see who's in the lead right now. Again, we're doing a lifetime giveaway for the winner of the small account challenge. So I want to kind of see where we are at right now as far as the small account challenge goes. And the other reason is to see what members need some more one-on-one, right? Because if you're like, you know what, I've only made $100, my win rate's 40%, and I'm up 2%, right? I want to be able to jump on a call with you, review some of these trades, fine-tune them, critique them, so we can see a better month in September. So it's not for me to sit there and laugh or bash you or say you're doing bad. It's so I can help you. It's so I can support you so you have a better month, right? So I need to know where you guys are at, how you guys are doing, and based on that, I want to be able to work with you guys one-on-one if it looks like you guys need some help to kind of fine-tune what you're doing to have a better September. And then continue that momentum from this month into the rest of the year so we can crush the small account challenge, guys. So I'm excited for the day. I'm excited for September, brand new month full of brand new opportunities. And when we have brand new opportunities, guys, what do we have? We got brand new profits. Let's go. Let's get fired up. And let's have an awesome day team. So far, $34 on the small account. Base it, not bad. I'll take it. BBIG for about 34 cents to the upside. And what you guys have to think about is not, it's $34. It was 34 cents a share. I was risking 5 to 10 cents on the trade. So it was a great setup. That's what you guys got to think about. You got to think of what the profit was per share. 32 cents, 34 cents. Imagine having 1,000 shares, right? A BBIG, 1,000 shares. Not a big position, just 1,000 shares, $340. 2,000 shares, $680. 3,000 shares, over $1,000, right? So again, we start small with the small accounts, small size, consistent base hits. And every week we scale until we get to the point where we have 5,000 or 500, 1,000, 1,500 shares is what our average is per trade. And we're locking in consistent $400, $500, $600 trades. So again, it's all about the consistency. It's all about being professionals, managing that risk, making sure you have a great trade plan built and locking in those consistent profits. And as we grow our position sizing in the coming months, so will those daily profits, guys. All right, Cole, good morning. Skylar, Heroic, Catherine, good freaking morning. Hump day, hump day, hump day. Gonzo, Andrew, Skylar, Jay. Does the margin buy be anything? So I need a margin account to short stocks. Yes, so you do need a margin account to short stocks. The only time you can short a stock on a cash account is buying a put option, right? In a sense, it's like shorting. You expect the stock to go down. You're not really shorting the stock, but it's the same concept, right? You expect the stock to go to the downside. You could buy a put option and capitalize as the stock is falling, right? So in a sense, you can still short stocks in a sense on a cash account just by buying put options, all right? Casey, Wade, yo, good morning. B Moose, what? Hold on. Am I seeing this right now? Is this real? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. B Moose is in the house. B Moose, what is going on? Casey's even excited. B Moose. I was thrown off. I'm like, holy crap. He's back. The man. Woo! Yeah, Corey too's like, oh snap. B Moose is in the house. What's up, B Moose? Good morning and happy Wednesday. Let's go ahead and dive into what we have going on today. All right, team, we got a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about, all right? So let's go ahead and start with our upgappers on the leaderboard. So number one, we have ABVC. Why is ABVC moving from $3 all the way to $4.56? Why is it up 54%? 4% in pre-market. Why is it trading high relative volume? 5 million shares. On average, it trades 600,000 shares. Why is ABVC rocking and rolling right now? Well, we got a little press release on ABVC. Nothing crazy, nothing super phenomenal, but it's a pretty decent press release. Give me 1 second. Let me drink my my Celsius real quick. All right, we're good. Got to get some more energy, guys. It's not like I already have enough energy. Got to get more. ABVC, they filed a new PCT application. So basically, they're announcing a new PCT filing for MDD and ADHD treatment. It was a patent filing, right? They filed a patent. That's what we have going on here. On give me 1 second, guys. Let me mute this real quick. Anybody want a virtual assistant job? Anybody? Anybody? I'm hiring for a virtual assistant, guys. Give me 1 sec. All right, yeah, so I'm hiring a virtual assistant. Anybody? Casey will take the job. There we go. Casey, you're hired, buddy. You're my new VA. So yes, ABVC right now, they filed a patent in regards to MDD and ADHD treatments. ABVC has some credible reasoning to be moving. It's not a super hot press release, but it's a decent press release. On a scale of 1 to 10, maybe a 5 or a 6 there on ABVC. And believe it or not, our solid press release on CTSO that I would rate at like a 7 or an 8. CTSO, one of the better press releases we've had, not doing anything, right? Not doing anything. So again, on ABVC, they filed a patent. It's trading really high relative volume. It's trading 6.6 million shares. And on average, trades 600,000. So we have a lot of attention right now. We have a lot of hype. This stock's only been really trading for about 30 minutes, right? The press release dropped at 8:30. That's when volume started moving in to ABVC. So this stock, again, is up 50% in the last 30 minutes, and it's traded 6 million shares in the last 30 minutes. This stock has a lot of attention, has a lot of activity behind it. So ABVC, right off the bat, is going to be one of our top stocks that we're watching right out of the gate, as it's the better performing stock here in pre-market. Let's go ahead and dive into that daily chart and find our levels of support and resistance and determine how high this stock could go. All right, so we see at one point it's hit a high of $30, right? Early this year, it was all the way up towards around 30 bucks. But look at that. It gave everything back that day, right? So it opens, it shoots up to 30, gives everything back, right? So this stock really hasn't done much in the past. If you look at it, this stock is very low liquidity, not a lot of price action, not a lot of data to go off of. This stock has been pretty just stagnant, never really has any kind of attention. The one spike that we see early this year from around $5 to 30, giving everything back at the end of the day. So that's just something I have to be mindful of. If this stock rips and runs and screams to the upside, I'm going to think, okay, maybe it starts giving everything back by the end of the day, right? To make sure that I'm not still holding a position and getting caught up in any kind of big sell-off. So right now, this is a challenging one. I'm not going to lie, right? This one is a challenging one to mark up levels because there's not a lot of data to go off of. But let's do our best here. Let's try and really identify the best of the best. 561. I'm running right off those candle bodies. Pretty close to all of those candle bodies right here, like 561. We could see it up towards that spiking high at 8. And then 10 bucks. Again, there's not a lot to go off of here. So, yeah, there's not a lot at all, guys. I mean, this is a challenge one. Let's go ahead and throw this on a 1 minute intraday. And let's just look at maybe some of our intraday levels here in pre-market. So, little hiccup level. So, you know, maybe around $4, some support. If $4 cracks, back down to 364. And if 364 cracks, back down to that first little hiccup level, down towards around 328. And 328 is not bad. 328 does line up with a couple levels on the daily chart. It was our first little hiccup level as well. But honestly, I wouldn't want to really see it all the way back down at 328. I don't want to see it holding its gains relatively well. So $4 support Right now on ABVC, light support, right? It's light support. There's only one reason, and it's just a slight hiccup level, and it's natural support. So it's light support. It's not super strong support. Cracking below $4, down towards around 364 could be the next best level for this to hold on up. $4 also happens to be the 50 SMA. My bad. I didn't even see that. So not only do we have natural support at $4, we have the hiccup area that holds up as support sometimes, and we do have right around 403 the 50 SMA. So we do have like 2 to 3 separate reasons that $4 could be a great level of support. We already know resistance is going to be the high a day, and resistance is also the 200 SMA. So we have the 50 SMA on the daily as support right around $4, lines up with a couple other levels of support as well. And we have high day resistance, which is also the 200 SMA on the stock. Breaking over the 200 SMA, your next target is going to be $5, right? Natural resistance around 5. You can see it up towards around 561. Then you could see it up towards around $6, right off those daily highs. And then honestly, anything over $6, this one has a lot of room up towards around $8 on ABVC. It is a lower float stock as well. It's only 11 million in float. It has a lot of activity, has a lot of attention, right? There's a lot of volume behind this play. And it has a decent press release as well. So ABVC, we know exactly what we're looking for. We know where our levels of support are, resistance, how high it could go, how low it could go. We know it's a credible mover, right? It has a good press release, and it has a lot of activity behind it. And it's a low float stock. So now what do, guys? We sit back and we be patient. We sit back and we be patient. We wait for the setup to form at or near a level of support, and we look for the next leg up. So right now, we're just observing ABVC, but I think it has some good potential today. So I do want to keep this one on high watch right out of the gate. Moving on, number 1 now on the leaderboard is GBS. All right, so GBS, what's going on here? GBS shares spike higher in pre-market. The company markets saliva test for diabetes management and previously announced collaboration on COVID-19 diagnostic with Harvard's West Institute. So they're marketing their saliva test for diabetes management, and they also previously announced a collaboration with Harvard Diagnostics for a COVID-19 test. So we do have some news on GBS. You know, if I were to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, it's still a pretty just average press release. It's not a hot press release. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 trials, meeting primary endpoints. It's not super hot, but there is a credible reason for GBS to be moving on up. So all we're doing right now is we're drawing a downtrend on GBS, right? I want to go ahead and draw a little bit of a downtrend here on GBS. And we see it starting to try and break this downtrend a little bit, but not really getting that break and that volume push through the downtrend that we would want to see. So we know we have support at 456. Right off the first bounce, bounced here again. The one thing that I want you guys to be mindful of GBS, intraday, right? Intraday, when you see a stock with flat support, when you have a stock with flat support bouncing off that level with these lower highs, typically you see the stock crack, right? Think of like a ball, right? You drop a ball, you're on a cliff, right? You're on this really nice cliff. This is you right there, right? This is Josh. He's over here and he's going to throw this basketball, right? Here's the ground. He's got this nice big ball, right? He's got a basketball. That's a shitty basketball. He's going to throw this ball. It's going to bounce off the ground. It's going to bounce. And every bounce gets lower and lower and lower until it levels off. Well, with stocks, it's kind of the same concept. The stock rips up, it bounces, 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 lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Instead of just leveling off, typically it cracks and dumps to the downside. That's a little bit of a descending triangle, right? When you have flat bottom support with lower highs. So if this stock continues to build lower highs and comes down and bounces and bounces and bounces off support, we have high probabilities of seeing this crack below 450 and dropping down towards $4. $4 is the next level of support here on GBS. But we still have the chance for this stock to bounce off this double bottom and break into a new higher high, and we could see a new uptrend form on GBS. So right now, I would just be waiting. The last thing I want to do is try and nail a bounce play and see it continue to make lower highs and end up cracking that 450 support and dumping down to $4. So again, GBS, I'd be very, very patient with the stock, very, very mindful, not getting in prematurely, because right now it is still setting up based on the technicals and the criteria for a little bit of a descending triangle, right? To where it's going to, possibly just continue to bounce off support with lower highs and eventually get that crack and that next leg down towards around $4. So I would be very, very patient and very, very mindful of that with GBS, but it's definitely still worth watching. We have a press release on GBS, right? It's trading 7.8 million shares against its 800,000 average volume. So again, we have a great amount of attention. We have a low float stock. It's only 6 million in flow, and it is currently up 48%. So it has a lot of activity. It has a good press release. It's a low float stock. It's holding on up relatively well. However, I just want you guys to be mindful of the formation, right? Of the price action. And this is still meeting that criteria for a possible descending triangle. And descending triangles intraday are known to crack support and drop even lower. So again, be mindful of that, sitting back, being patient, waiting for the stock to actually properly set up for a good long position. But right now, I'm observing this one. I'm watching this one. Do I think it can run today? Absolutely. I think this one does have some good upside potential if we break out of this little bit of a downtrend, right? And we start moving higher. We could see this stock all the way back up towards around 538. We could see it back up towards around that pre-market high of 594. Anything over $5.94 and $6, your next level here on GBS would be right around $7 on GBS. Anything over $7, we could see it all the way up towards around $8.41. So again, we're definitely watching this one. We know how high it could go. We know what it's currently doing, and we know that we need to be patient and wait for a proper setup to make sure we're on the right side of the trade and we have good probabilities of making some profits. All right, so GBS, definitely something we're going to be watching right out of the gate, guys. Then we have SKLZ, right? SKLZ, everybody's talking about SKLZ right now. So what's going on with SKLZ? Is SKLZ the next short squeeze play? Corsair, GameStop, Skills, SKLZ, right? AMC, Alibaba, and more. Stocks buzzing on Wall Street bets. Another article, if you would have invested $1,000 in SKLZ when Kathy Woods bought in January, here's how much you would have made. Well, if they're talking about her buying in January, the stock went live back last year in April. If you would have bought the stock in January, you'd actually be down. So I'm like, great press release. That's great. That's a great article. If you would have invested $1,000 in the Skills, here's how much you would be up. You wouldn't be up. You wouldn't have anything. You'd be down, right? Because if you were buying in January, guys, you were buying somewhere in the 20s, right? In the mid 20s. You'd be down right now. So I don't know what all that was about. But again, some articles coming out, getting some more hype into SKLZ. It's the buzz on Wall Street bets right now. We don't have any credible press release behind this stock. Again, it was moving a little bit yesterday. No company-specific news. But what's the trend in the market right now? We've been talking about this for a while, guys. What's the trend? What's the hype? What's going on in the market? It's short squeeze this, short squeeze that. Short squeeze, short squeeze, short squeeze. AMC, right? BBIG, SPRT, NURO. The next stock, that's the talk of the town for short squeeze, is going to be SKLZ, guys. So again, no credible reason for the stock to be moving up, but that's just the trend. That's the hype. Short squeeze. And now we have Wall Street buzzing about SKLZ. Articles coming out about short squeeze, short squeeze, short squeeze. This stock will probably get some hype, right? This stock will probably get some hype towards it. So again, we definitely want to be keeping this one on watch. Probably the number one stock to watch, just because that's the hype around the stock right now, being the next SPRT, right? Being the next BBIG, being the next short squeeze play. That's where traders are focused right now. That's where the hype is. That's where we need to be. That's where some good profits is at. All right. So with SKLZ, what do we got? All right. We have support back down at 1273. If it cracks 1273, we could see SKLZ back down towards around $12. Right now, it is holding that prior pre-market high as support. So right now, we do have support at 1329. We see it just bounced off that level. Where could it go right now? Right? Where could it go? It could go back up to those highs at 1394. Breaking over 1394 and $14. What's the next target here on SKLZ? Right? You're going to have that 50-day moving average and some prior resistance right around 1468. So 1468 to $15 is going to be a very good target here on SKLZ. Now, if this stock is strong and it gets the hype and it has the attention and it rips and runs, this stock technically has room to $20. But in the meantime, from 15 to 20, where could it go? 1576. You could then see it up towards around 1688. Then you could see it up towards around 1830, and then $20. Not just $20 because it's a natural level of resistance, but $20 because it's also the 200 SMA. So right now, we know we have room to pre-market highs. Breaking over pre-market highs, we could see it up towards around the 50 SMA, which is right around 1475. So 1475 to $15 resistance. Breaking over that level, right? We have the hype, we have the volume, we have the activity. We could see this up towards around 1567, 1688, 1830, and then right at 20 bucks. Right now, prior high support right around 1329. Cracking below that prior high, I would expect to see this down towards around 1273 before we see it bottom and bounce and get that next leg up. SKLZ, number one stock we're watching right out of the gate. Number two stock we're watching, ABVC. Number three stock we're watching, GBS. And then we have BXRX. I really don't want to spend too much time on BXRX, right? BXRX is up with no news. So there's no news, but it is gapping up, right? It has volume. It's a large float stock, but it's not doing anything in pre-market, right? Look at BXRX and go look at SKLZ. Compare it to ABVC. Even compare it to GBS, right? Even GBS, that's not really doing anything, looks better than BXRX. Again, what's our job in the morning? To eliminate the noise, right? To eliminate the noise, to focus on the top 3 to 5 stocks that have the best potential. I don't really see BXRX having that big time potential like SKLZ, like ABVC, or like GBS. So with that being said, for now, I'm taking that off my watch list. I think it's just noise, and I'm going to get distracted by even looking at it. So again, I want to eliminate the noise and focus on the stocks that have the best of the best potential, right? Even CTSO. CTSO had a solid press release, guys. Top line results from US CTC multi-center registry demonstrates high survival using their critically 3 COVID-19 patients and extracorporeal, oh my goodness. I don't know those words. Holy crap, I need to go back to school, guys. But they're announcing top-line results from one of their trials. We like top-line results, positive results from phase 1, 2, 3 trials, and that's a great press release on CTSO. But CTSO has no attention towards it whatsoever. The only reason I want to keep CTSO on my watch list is because it could be a back burner sleeper play, right? It has a great press release. It popped all the way to 13 bucks, dropping all the way back down to 960 support. I'm just going to put this on my watch list as a back burner sleeper play. If it starts getting any kind of volume, it could take on off, and it has good news. One of the best press releases so far this morning. Don't want to spend too much time talking about it. I still have a few other trades that I want to talk about in regards to options, but just look at CTSO. Be mindful that it has a very good press release. Right now, there's no reason to be looking at it. There's no reason to be trading it, but it could definitely be a back burner sleeper play. We could definitely see some volume move back in and start to see this start ripping to the upside. So again, back burner sleeper play, CTSO. And we got a couple gainers from yesterday, guys. All right, so we had ELYS yesterday, one of our top gainers. We are going to be watching this one as well today. And then obviously BBIG. BBIG, we nailed the $6 entry, right? A lot of you guys were crushing it yesterday on BBIG. Even though it lost $6 momentarily, I was telling you guys, watch for it to regain 6 and put in market structure above 6. Right when it regained $6, it put in a double bottom and it trended higher the rest of the day, all the way up towards around $8.30. That was a big time move. That's $2.50 to the upside, and it's still up really nice from yesterday, right? So again, it is going to be slightly gapping down, but I still think BBIG has some good opportunity behind it. So again, right now we have better opportunity, right? SKLZ, ABVC, GBS right out of the gate, but I do want to keep BBIG on watch. Again, this stock still has a lot of hype around it, a lot of talk behind it. Still that short squeeze sentiment, and we could definitely see this continue to the upside. I do want to keep ELYS on watch as well. As far as options go, I'm still watching CRM. And the reason I'm still watching CRM is when we get these nice gap fill bounces, typically we see a multi-day bounce. Look at Microsoft, MSFT. Microsoft gaps up, pulls back, fills the gap, multi-day bounce, right? Go look at CRM. Gaps up, pulls back, it bounces. Nice little volume, nice doji, filling the gap, slightly gapping up today here in pre-market. I think CRM still has another day or two left in it. And I think CRM could easily hit 270. I think CRM could easily hit 270. I think it has maybe a day or two left in it. So again, today, tomorrow, and possibly even Friday before it starts turning back over. So I'm looking at CRM above 264.90. I'm actually going to bring that down just a little bit, guys. I'm going to say down towards around 266.77. If this stock opens and it does sell off a little bit, but it holds that level of support and we see some market structure, I think we could see CRM up towards around 270. All right, guys. So I am watching CRM today. Off that bounce, again, a multi-day bounce is typically what we see when we fill those gaps and we bounce properly. We absolutely crushed it yesterday on CRM on those options. I am going to be watching AMC today as well, over $48.24. So over $48.24, which is this daily resistance. I think we have some room to 50. We have some room to 53, 57, 59, so on and so forth. So I do want to watch AMC today above 45.50. I'd like to see if this stock is strong enough to break over that 48.24 level. And then if we get a setup, maybe we could see it up towards around 50 and a possible break over 50 up into the 53s there on AMC. Nothing too crazy right now. Nothing I'm super excited about, but it's definitely worth watching as there's still a lot of talk around AMC. We had a nice break last week. Nice healthy pullback on decreased volume over the last 3 days of the bounce. We've slowly been increasing volume day after day after day. That shows strength. That tells me the stock still has some opportunity to the upside. What? Oh my goodness, your hair is crazy. That is cute hair. Give me a hug. You want to trade some stocks with me? Yeah? Say, don't trade AMC. AMC sucks. I love you. And my kiss. Mwah. Have a good day, okay? Big hugs? Big hugs. I'll see you later, alright? You going to Grandma tonight? Oh, Grammy's gonna pick you up. Alright, Grammy's gonna pick you up, okay? So I'll see you later, alright? Love you. Love you, Briley. Love you.
I love you.
Love you too.
Love you.
All right. All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Yeah, she had an Etch-a-Sketch. She was over there drawing away. So yeah, AMC is nothing I'm too super hyped up about, super excited to get involved right away. But I do want to keep it on watch today because again, we had that nice break last week. Nice decreasing volume pullback, right back into that level of support, right around $40. And we saw a nice bounce on back up with increased buying volume. So that tells me that there's some strength behind AMC, that there's still some upside potential behind AMC. So I definitely want to keep this one on high watch. But right now, there's nothing that I want to get involved with right away, right out of the gate. But definitely watching AMC. Apple. I do want to keep Apple on watch, right? You typically don't see mid-candle breakout formations on large cap stocks. But again, you do have a nice big solid green day, followed by a slight gap down. Not right in the middle, but again, it did pull back into that prior all-time high resistance, and it held it beautifully yesterday. So, Apple, as long as Apple... Sorry, I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eyes. Like, is that a cockroach? I don't like roaches, guys. We have those big palmetto cockroaches. If that's a cockroach, I'm going to scream like a little girl and run out. You guys are on your own today. I'm just making sure it's not a cockroach. I'm freaking out. Apple, right? Apple over 151.21. I like it. I think it has room up to 155. So as long as Apple's staying above 151.21, I think we see it at least get back up to yesterday's pre-market highs of 153.76. I think it's strong enough to break over that 153.70 and then get a nice little pop up to 155 next. So I'm still watching Apple. Maybe see it pull back again today as long as it's holding above 151.21. Even if it doesn't do anything today, but it holds above that level, I think we have opportunity into the week up towards around those highs, possibly breaking those highs up into the 155s there on Apple. And then last but not least, AMD, guys. Why AMD? Well, AMD is still holding its technicals really well. So we had the inverse head and shoulders formation. We nailed this on Friday. After the break of the neckline on Friday, we actually came back down and retested it beautifully. Look at that. We have an established neckline off the inverse head and shoulders. Proper breakout, ripping very close to our 115 target, about 50 cents away, coming right back down and testing it to the penny yesterday before pushing all the way back up. I really like AMD. It's building these nice higher lows. We can see that it came back down and retested that neckline beautifully. Again, just like Apple, if AMD doesn't get that break over 111.50 today and start grinding back to 115, I still want to keep this one on watch above 109.50 to 110. It could set up for the end of the week. So if it doesn't set up and confirm today for an entry over 111.60, right? I still think we have opportunity tomorrow on AMD and on Friday as well if it doesn't get that move today, if it consolidates 1 or 2 more days. All right, so AMD, I'm definitely watching this one above 111. I'm going to call it 60. I want to see 111.60 break. Hold it on up. I think we have room back up to Monday's highs of 114.49 and then 115. Anything over 115, we have a lot of room all the way back up towards around 120 and then 122 on AMD. Again, nice daily reversal, coming back down, retesting that breakout level, that neckline as new support. Looking to see it continue to pull back, decreased volume, get that U-shape, next leg up towards around that 115, guys, on AMD. So again, I don't have a super big options watch list today because I don't see a lot that's really just standing out, screaming, today's the day. Trade me, Josh. Trade me, right? But there are some good opportunities. CRM, AMC, Apple, and AMD. And then we have the SPY as well. I want to talk about the SPY. Breaking out of this channel to the upside, you have room to 155. So you're in a big channel right now. Top resistance, 453.74. Bottom support at 451. Breaking over the channel resistance, room to 455. New all-time highs. Getting rejected and staying below 453.74, the top end of this channel, we have room to fall and room to pull back to the bottom part of this channel at 451. So either way, we could look at SPY for some calls and puts coming on up and see if we have any opportunity there over on the SPY. But right now, to start our day traders, the number one stock that I am watching is SKLZ. What's the number one stock that you guys are watching inside of chat and over on YouTube? You got 22 seconds. What is your number one stock? What do you think the top stock is going to be for the day? Do you think it's going to be SKLZ? Do you think it's going to be ABVC above 4? Do you think it's going to be GBS? Do you think it's going to be another stock from a prior day? BBIG or ELYS? What are you guys thinking? We got SKLZ from Joel. I agree. I think SKLZ has a lot of great potential. And I also think ABVC has a lot of great potential as well. And I like this right now. Believe it or not, I like it above 4. If this one stays above 4, I think it rips back up towards around the highs. Hey, B-Moose saying Alpha is going to be the best runner of the day. Got DBDB saying AMC and GameStop. Joel saying SKLZ. Nextoids, good morning. Right now, again, we start off the day with just kind of scanning, right? We're not really looking to jump in anything right out of the gate. A couple minutes, we're just looking to see what stock is holding up the best and what stock has the activity and the attention. There goes Apple right out of the gate. Apple new all-time high, guys. Apple new all-time high right out of the gate, getting a big old pop to it. Watch AMD, though. AMD still has the potential. Apple popped quick. Apple popped hard right out of the gate. Boom, new all-time high. Has room to 155, but AMD still has the potential, guys. AMD still has a lot of room to the upside. I mean, you're talking up towards around 114.50. as long as it's staying above that 111.50. And even if you got in on AMD, if it makes a new intraday low, you can stop out. You could literally risk maybe like $1 on this to make $2.50, maybe $3. So again, AMD right now, keep AMD on high watch, guys. Keep AMD on high watch. Apple already popped big out of the gate. Apple's just screaming to the 155. That's almost impossible to catch unless you were already in Apple. But AMD still has potential to give us a nice little setup for that big move up into the 115s. I like SKLZ back down towards around 1329, right? 1329 prior resistance, and prior support. Back down towards around like 1329, 1330. That's a good place on SKLZ to possibly get involved if it makes it back down that low. But right now, it could hold up and it could break. But again, I see support at 1329 being this early in the day. I would be waiting for the stock to come down to that level. If it breaks and rips, we'll find another setup. We'll have another opportunity on SKLZ. But right now, I think it's a little too early in the day to be jumping in right now for that potential break over 14 because I still see it having room down towards around that 1330. So right now, we're on the right stocks team. We're on the right ones. SKLZ is definitely the number one watch right now, followed by ABVC, again, over $4. This one has a lot of potential right up into the 459s. There's nothing going on with CTSO at all. I'm actually going to go ahead and take that off the watch list. GBS right now, we're just looking to see if this one can hold above $4.50. ELYS. Hey, guys, what could you see for tomorrow on ELYS? What could you see on this play? Right? If this one closes just like this, imagine this is 4 o'clock p.m. and you see ELYS close just like this on the daily chart. What could you see for tomorrow, guys? Possible mid-candle breakout, right? So we'll definitely be keeping that one on watch. And we can't forget about BBIG. Cannot forget about BBIG. BBIG is still has a lot of potential. Over 830, room back to 873. Anything over 873, guys, so much room to $10. So much room to $10. 990 to $10 here on BBIG. So we do have some hype on BBIG. We do have some attention right now. Look at that big flush. That big flush there on SKLZ. We're still watching that one. And ABVC slow and steady up into the 460s. So right now I don't see anything that I like right this second to where I want to like get involved. I'm just still looking at BBIG, looking for a good setup. Looking at ABVC, looking to see if we can get a good setup. And then same thing with SKLZ. EVAX just hit the halt scanner. EVAX, no news. Gapping up. Big time push. Again, I don't see any news here on EVAX. Volume today is only 100,000 shares. So on 100,000 shares, it was able to pop up from 7 to 865. So very, very light volume on this. It does have some support back down towards around 8. We do have resistance up towards around 964. And then those all-time highs of 1034 there on EVAX. So let's see what this one looks like out of the halt. Let's see if it has any opportunity on EVAX. Yeah, BBIG, yep, and then ABVC, looking pretty similar. Just a nice little pop, followed by that nice period of consolidation. EVX will be live at 9:36:50. So this one will be live in 10 seconds. I'm just curious to see what this one does out of the halt, guys, to see if it's even something worth watching. So right now, you're going to be live on EVAX. You should be live. Live. All right. 10-minute halt. It was 9:36:50 was the halt time. 9:31:50, but the unhalt should have been 9:36:50. So it looks like we're going to be in a 10-minute halt here. So we got about 5 more minutes to go. SKLZ still fading and falling, waiting for this one to set up properly. ABVC turned over pretty hard from 440 right down the 4 within a candle. GBS is slowly moving on down. Right now, there's not a lot of opportunity, guys. Right now, there's nothing like super clean, super clear, anything that I really want to jump in on right now. CRM. I still think CRM has some room to 270. I can definitely see it hitting 270. AMD never held above that 111.50, so that one never did anything for any kind of entry there on AMD, but it's still worth watching. If it does re-break 11.50, AMD is still worth watching today. So I'm watching SKLZ to see if this one can set on up. So I'm just watching SKLZ to see if this one can set on up above that 1330 support. But right now, I'm not touching it, guys. Right now, I'm not touching it. It's all about discipline. It's all about being patient. We're only 8 minutes into the market, guys. I know we want to attack. We want to make money. We want to start our day green, but sometimes the best trades come just a little bit later. So the last thing that we want to do is jump into SKLZ and watch it dump 50 cents to the downside and take an unnecessary loss. Again, there's not a super clean, super awesome setup on SKLZ. Now, if I was on my large account, would I be scalping it? Yeah, I'd be scalping it 10 cents, 20 cents. But again, for a small account, looking at 80-20 setups, proper setups that have high reward with low risk, we're not seeing anything right now, guys. So it's a game of patience. The hardest part of trading is being patient, right? So we got to be patient. And right now, that's exactly what we're doing. Here goes BBIG again. BBIG trying to get that 830 break. Room to 872. So let's go look at our top gainers in options. So you got Zoom up. I heard someone was swinging Zoom. I was like, ooh, risky, but hopefully it works. We know what's going on with Apple. We're still kind of keeping coin on the back burner. Airbnb doesn't look bad, guys. Look at Airbnb. Look at that daily flag that you have there on Airbnb, right? Nice big leg up, consolidating. Airbnb has a nice bull flag set up. Watch Airbnb above 157.40. Airbnb above 157.40. That would be the breakouts out of this consolidation. You would have some room to 162 on Airbnb. So I definitely think that's worth watching. ABNB for a little bit of a daily flag breakout there. That one looks really good, actually. Nvidia, nothing clean. Moderna, still consolidating. Nothing with Beyond. DraftKings, kind of the same thing on DraftKings, guys. Not really a bull flag, but look at the higher lows on the daily chart with flat resistance at 60. That's a little bit of an ascending triangle breakout, right? So that's a higher time frame, a little bit of an ascending triangle breakout. So what I would be doing on DraftKings is looking for the stock to break out over, bring that up. You're looking at a breakout right around $60.44. You could see this one up towards around 61.77. And then up towards around that 62.30. So at least you have maybe 2 points to the upside off of a very nice ascending triangle breakout formation here on DraftKings. So DraftKings doesn't look bad at all. DKNG, I definitely want to keep this one on watch above that $60.44 mark. I think Airbnb has some good opportunity as well. We've already talked about CRM. We're all over that. Apple's just ripping right now. There's just like, where do you catch Apple at? I mean, Apple's already up. Those options are going to be pretty nice right now. So, are we live yet on EVAX? We'll be live here in 3, 2, 1, live. Live. There we go. There we go. Nailed it. So EVAX is live. We hit that resistance right around the 960s. You might have some light support at the halt level on EVAX, 865, but I'm seeing $8 better support. Again, right now, if you guys look at my P&L, I have no open positions right now. No open positions. If I ever take a position, I'm going to walk you guys through the trade, why I'm taking it, why I like it. And again, fully transparent and credible with you guys. Again, I'm always going to be open and honest with my P&L. Right now, I have nothing on the table, and I'm up 34 bucks on the day on that BBIG pre-market trade. So right now, EVAX, we'll come back to it. Do we have anything setting up on SKLZ? SKLZ is trying to bottom out here. So look at all that support. Every time it dips below 1330, it pushes back up, pushes back up, pushes back up, right? You see some demand right around that level. Now, again, is it a great setup? No. But is it a setup that shows demand to where we can get the next leg up? Yes. You could risk under 1320 and just look to see if it gets some hype. But again, it's very risky. This is a high risk, high reward trade. High reward being that it could push back up to 14. High risk, it could dump and crash and stop you out. And it's not a really good 80-20 setup, but we have so much demand right around 1350 that if you're willing to risk 20 cents and you're okay with that, it may be worth giving it a go. But it's not a great setup, guys. It's not a great setup. It's 50-50. Maybe 60-40, but it's not an 80-20 setup. But again, with that kind of demand underneath that level of support, I wouldn't be surprised if it does push and gets a nice little pop back up into the highs here. And your stops would be under $13.20. I'm watching ABVC, guys. Look at the downtrend that we have. We've got a decent little downtrend here on ABVC. We popped up out of the gate, pulled back to 4, putting in a nice higher low. Watch this to break the downtrend and run up towards around those highs of 459. Breaking over the highs of 459, ABVC has room to $5, guys. So I'm really watching ABVC right now, looking to see if we can continue to consolidate and set up for a possible break of this downtrend. You got about 30 cents in it until you hit high a day, and then another 40 cents into about $5. Right now, support is still back down at 4. We can take GBS off our watch list. BBIG is squeezing right now, guys. Yep. Again, BBIG, we were talking about this one yesterday, guys. Above $6, I think it has room to hit all-time highs, right? Now, intraday so far, really the only setup you had was a retest of the open, right? So we talk about red to green moves. Look at the quick red to green move, right? The open is resistance. When you break back above the open, right? If it opens and goes red, once you break back above the open every now and then will hold as support. And BBIG actually held the open right there as support and then saw a lot of volume move in, squeezing it all the way towards around 946. Now we're halted again, but yesterday, guys, yesterday was the entry. Come on now. $6 is the entry. Does anybody still have BBIG off that $6 entry for a little bit of a swing trade? Because if so, you're absolutely crushing it right now. You're up $3.50 a share. So I want to get fired up. I want to get hyped up. I want to get fired up and hyped up. Who's got BBIG still from that $6 entry yesterday? Yep, CRM, I think it has room to 270. Hey, Adam. Adam had 2,000 shares at 590. Tracy still has some. Ooh, Tracy. Ooh. Adam had 2,000 shares. Tracy was taking it around 6. She still got some. So if you have one contract of BBIG, you can't scale out. So right now, let's be honest, those contracts that you have on BBIG are probably up substantially. You're probably talking 100 to 200, 300% returns on those BBIG calls if you still have those. It's never a bad idea to lock into profit. Could BBIG go to the moon? Yes, it could go to the moon, right? It could go to $15, $20. You could take a $100 investment and turn it into $5 grand, right? So if, I don't know, like I'm a big profit taker. But at the same time, I see a lot of these hot stocks after taking profit rip and look back and be like, oh, 2, 3, 4,000%. So you just have to do your due diligence. Right now at this point in time, if you want to continue the trade BBIG and see how high it will go, I would just go ahead and say, you know what? My stop loss right now is break even. So if I ever see break even on my option, I'll walk away from it. I'm not going to lose money. I'm okay with not making money, but I just want to see if it does go 11, 12, 13, 14 bucks and see how much this is going to run and see how big that return could be on that options contract. But at least put yourself in a risk-free position and make sure that you're not losing any money on BBIG. Tracy, put my stop loss in at 846. What do you think? I think that's low, right? I think that's really, really low, but honestly, that gives you enough breathing room. You know, I would be placing stops right below 872, but if you're okay with 846, I think that's okay as well. Because honestly, we don't want to see this back below 872. We don't want to see it back below those pre-market highs, right? So I think that's a great stop. And if you're okay with securing profit at $8.46 and you're still making probably $2.50 a share, I think that is great. I think that's great. You're putting yourself in a position to still secure $2.50 a share and still giving it enough breathing room to see how high it goes. And if we get another pullback, a higher low and a higher high, you can keep bringing your stop loss up underneath those lows. Keep bringing it up, another 50 cents, another dollar, another 50 cents, another dollar until eventually you get stopped out. But you could scale it 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe $10 to the upside, depending on how big BBIG goes. And BBIG still has a lot of hype behind it. EVAX, nothing right now. SKLZ, nothing right now. ABVC, still trying to get the break of the downtrend here, but rug pull, rug pull. Rug pull, rug pull, right? The last thing I want to do is get in for the possible break and rug pull after seeing 1, 2 of them. So again, not too interested in ABVC right now. Really, my focus is on BBIG. I'm just waiting for a pullback to get in. The stock has a lot of volume. The stock has a lot of activity. Looking for a pullback, and I'm looking for that activity to return to push it into new higher highs. So with that being said, BBIG is the #1 watch right now, team. Chris sold for a profit of $170 per share. That is profit. Skylar got in when it was right around 620. That was the trade. That was the entry. Good job. Good freaking work, team. My goodness. You guys are awesome. You guys are crushing it. Wow, I accidentally posted all those news articles in Profits chat. Look at Josh screwing up. Look at Josh over here screwing up. Angel. Oh my gosh. Angel. Got in on BBIG today at $7.90. My goodness. You got in off the retest of the open. That's great. You are locking profits, Angel. Locking profits. $7.90, $8.90, $9.90, $10. You're up like $4,500. Lock in half your position for me, please. Lock in half your position. Lock in a quarter of your position. Lock in a third. Lock in something. Lock in something. We are officially, guys, in new all-time highs. No, we're not. I'm sorry. It's 1163. 1163 is all-time highs. Good job there on BBIG, team. Good job. Let's go. Gosh, I'm so freaking fired up right now. You guys are crushing it on BBIG. It's all about patience, guys. It's about patience and waiting. And if you were patient, and if you would have just waited, you had your $6 entry yesterday. It's up 100%, guys. Since yesterday, since the $6 alert, since the $6 entry. Never dropped back below $6. $6 was that level that was so key. And we held it beautifully, guys, and we're seeing that big time rip and that big time run. You guys are crushing it! Woo! Angel, my goodness, like, I'm excited for you. I'm excited. 1,500 shares at $7.90. Dude. I gotta see these profits. I'm freaking excited. Bro, did you take profit, though? Did you take a little bit? Did you at least take 500 shares? Did you take a little bit of profit for me? That's the smartest thing to do, Angel. I hope you say yes. If not, I'm gonna reach the... Bah! Good job. Good job. And right now, keep going until it... Just keep holding until it starts dumping. Until we start seeing a lot of selling pressure and a lot of you know, a lot of red, I would be good. Right now, shoot, where would I put stops at? Like, where would I put a hard stop in the system? Man. Back below 10. I mean, it's pretty far, but to give it enough breathing room and still place it underneath a key level of support, I would probably be putting stops at like $9.80. If you want to, you know, leave some size on the table as a runner. Right now at this point in time, I would go like a 980 stop, and you'd still be up, you know what, about $2 a share on it, worst case scenario. But you still have half your position. You already took half or a third, whatever the case is. You know, I wouldn't really want to see it back below 980. If so, it'll probably start crashing and probably start dumping. But honestly, that gives you enough breathing room to allow the stock to pull back, because it's going to pull back, guys. It's going to, right? It can't go straight up forever. It's going to pull back. It's going to consolidate. You're going to see profit taking. So with that being said, I'm waiting for the pullback. I'm waiting for the consolidation, and I'm waiting to get in before, I hope, right, that we get that pullback and consolidation before breaking over all-time highs, because I'd like to be in on the pullback for the break over those all-time highs, because the sky is the limit. So right now, BBIG, guys, second halt on the day, 9:50:57. So we're going to be live at 9:55:57. We still have about a minute 50 to go. I think so. Usually after the second halt, you start to see a pullback. So you have halt number 1, nice push. Halt number 2, you'll probably see a gap up, right? You'll probably start to see it pulling back. So what your goal is to take a little bit more profit if BBIG gaps up. Right now we have bids at 11.50, guys. So your goal is to take a little bit more when the stock, you know, potentially gaps up out of the halt. I would say that would probably gap up, and then you'll probably start to see that consolidation or that little bit of a pullback. And right now, looking at the chart, it has room to pull back to $10. I like to be a buyer at 9.90 to 10. If we pull back and we settle at 10, I'm looking to go long around $10 for that rip and run up over all-time highs. Don't even show me. Oh! Look at that, guys. Angel inside the chat. Check this out, guys. Check it out. Angel, he joined chat on Monday or Friday when we did our giveaway. Look at this. Angel's already in chat. Lock it in. $4,927. Dude, congratulations. That's big time profits. That's amazing. And we're always seeing big time profits in chat. Pancake Shark, $700. Tyler, $285 yesterday. Mexoids, locking in that $120 on CRM. Pancake Shark, another $2,300. Profits chat is always stacked with amazing profits, guys. I mean, just profits on profits on profits. And so far today, you got Pancake Shark up $700. You got Angel up $4,900. That right there is a great way to start your September. Now, Angel, let's be honest. Let's talk about this while this is halted. Let's talk about this. Your emotions are probably a little heightened right now. You're probably excited, right? You're probably like really excited. Starting to feel some emotions kick in. It's a lot of money, right? That's a lot of money for 30 minutes of work, right? Keep those emotions suppressed. Keep them suppressed. Your goal right now is to continue to lock in profits. To continue to lock in profits. And capital preservation. You're up $5,000. Your goal right now is to say, I made $5,000, it's out, it's gone. And reset. And have the mindset of, I'm starting fresh with my account. I don't have a $5,000 buffer. I didn't make $5,000. I don't have a $5,000 buffer. I'm starting from scratch. I'm resetting. And that's going to get you out of the mindset of, I have a $5,000 buffer of $5,000 profit. Your goal right now is capital preservation. Holding on to your profit, not giving that profit back. And putting yourself in the mindset of, day one, fresh account, fresh start, we're good. Go ahead and lock in some more profits right now, guys. Lock in a little bit more profits. Probably going to start pulling back here. So again, suppress those emotions, because I guarantee they are a little heightened right now, right? I guarantee they're a little heightened right now. And your main goal is to go ahead and lock in your profits, take your $5,000, $6,000, whatever you end up making, and go ahead and just mentally setting that $5,000 aside. Acting like you never made $5,000, right? Acting like you don't have a buffer of $5,000. If you start thinking you have a buffer of $5,000, you're going to start being more aggressive with size. You're going to start taking bigger loss. And before you know it, you're giving your profits back. And I don't want to see you giving those profits back. I want you to preserve your capital, right? Good. Hey, good job. Good job. Good job getting out. Sold it all. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. He got out at 11:45. You took it from 790 to 1145? Dude, get those profits in profits chat. That's amazing. Ooh, buddy. Tracy's over here. Tracy's over here like, get it. BBIG from $6, crushing it. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, Brendan, it's all good though. Green's green. I sold BBIG this morning. Look at me. I had BBIG. I could have made $300-400 on my small account. I sold it. I took profit, right? I like taking profit, guys, right? I do. Every now and then I get a home run trade. This is the way I look at it. As long as I can be consistent, locking in consistent base hits. Consistent base hits, day in, day out. Eventually, I'm going to find myself in a home run trade. And that's my reward for being consistent and for locking in those base hits. So I'm not looking for home run trades every single day. I'm looking for consistent base hits. My goal is to hit the ball and get on first base. Every now and then, I hit the ball. It's beautiful. Home run, baby. But I'm not looking for home runs every single time. My goal is to get on base. So base hits, base hits, base hits. Consistency. And then every now and then, the market will reward me with a home run trade, and I'll take it. That's just icing on the cake. A little bit of sprinkle dinkles. A little bit of sprinkles. Angel's like, bro, I don't know what to do right now. Angel, you know what I would do, to be honest with you? I would not trade. Seriously, I wouldn't trade today. That would be just me, right? You're up a lot. It's a big profit. Your emotions are probably a little heightened right now. The last thing you want to do is jump in and give anything back. So I would just take the day off. You hit your target plus some, right? Yeah, sprinkle dinkles. So again, you got to have rules, right? So a rule, max loss per day. A rule, when I hit a certain amount of profit or I exceed it, I'm done for the day, right? So again, we have to have rules. And a rule is profit target. When I hit my goal for the day, I walk away. So right now, I would literally walk away, because I'm sure your goal is not $5 grand a day, right? You probably exceeded your goal and you crushed your goal big time. Take the rest of the day off. Still sit here and have some fun. Paper trade a little bit, right? Still engage in the market. Maybe paper trade or just observe and watch and let's have some fun and educate, right? But as far as trading, I don't want you giving anything of that back. So again, you probably hit your goal and exceeded the goal. I would go ahead and enjoy those profits and take the day off so you don't give anything back. Come back tomorrow fresh with a reset account from zero. And again, you start from scratch, buddy. So we were talking about BBIG yesterday in pre-market, right? So, and what I'm going to actually do is we've had a couple great days on the stream. So I'm actually going to have a video producer go through and take the last 2 sessions and go through and take all of the clips of talking about stocks, the entries, these alerts. I'm going to put it together as like a little bit of a like a showcase of kind of like what we do inside of the live stream. I think it'd be a good little way of presenting the credibility and the value of what we do. So again, yesterday we were talking about BBIG in pre-market. We were even talking about BBIG on Monday. Right? $6, $6, $6. Yesterday, we lost $6. I even said, listen, just because it lost $6 doesn't mean it's going to not regain $6. If BBIG regains $6 and it puts in market structure, I would be long on this play. So it pops back above 6. We see the double bottom and it rips off that level, right? So again, we regain 6. We put in market structure. That's that nice W, that nice double bottom. We reversed out of the downtrend, started a new uptrend, and ever since, it hasn't looked back. And right now, BBIG, big time move, big time run. $60 on ABVC. Nice, nice. Choppy downtrend break, broke the downtrend, chopped a little bit, but I'm glad you're able to secure some profit there on ABVC. Yes, September is off to a roaring start. September is on fire right now. This market's on fire. This market's on fire. Buddy. So BBIG still has potential, guys. So now we just wait for it to level and settle. Right? Now we just sit back, calm, cool, collective. right? And we just wait for it to level on off and settle somewhere, all right? Skylar, what Thinkorswim do you have, like version 5.0? I do not know the version that I have. I think, everybody has the same version as long as they're up to date. I don't have the tabs you have and no P&L. I exit a trade. I need to get in the profits chat. So your TD Ameritrade, if you have Thinkorswim downloaded on your desktop, it should look identical to this. You should have all your tabs right here across the top. You should have Market Watch, Charts, Tools, Education, and then a Monitor tab. You should have a Monitor tab. And when you go into your Monitor tab, you would look into your activity and positions, and it would show right there in your activity and positions on TD Ameritrade. Everybody's TD should be exactly the same. Unless you're using the like the desktop, which I don't, desktop like logging in. I've never used it there. Made 50 cents on GSAT before it dropped. Can I get an amen? Amen! That's what I'm talking about. Like Tracy said the other day, where else can you go and get paid while you learn? Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. You can come in, you learn, you get some education, dropping those value bombs, and you get paid while you learn. That's what I'm talking about, guys. The best stream out there, let's be honest. One of the best streams out there. So what I want you guys to do is smash the like button, subscribe, notification, and if you really like the stream and you want other traders to find out about the stream, to come in, to educate while you learn getting paid, go ahead and share the stream. Share the channel. Share it with your friends. Share it with other traders. Let them know, like, yo, this is the stream to be in the mornings. This is the stream. This is the place to be. Come on in. Let's have some fun. Let's make some money. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure, Skylar. I'm not sure. I really wish I could help out. I'd have to see what it looks like. Maybe take a screenshot of what you have and then post it in chat. Maybe take a screenshot of your screen and then post that, and I'll take a look at it and see what's going on. So right now, still waiting on BBIG to set up. Like Catherine said in chat, it's time to join. And you're absolutely right, because we did our free stream session yesterday. So we will not have another free stream session until next week. So ladies and gentlemen, those of you on YouTube, awesome job, awesome work. For those of you that caught BBIG yesterday off of $6 and held it overnight and swung this, congratulations. Gonzo, it absolutely could be. That's exactly what I'm looking at. Possible downtrend break forming on BBIG. So absolutely above 872, possible downtrend break. I'm ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, have an amazing rest of your day. If you're ready to take it to the next level, continue to have fun, making big time profits all day, every day, afternoon commentary, you guys know exactly what you get. Go ahead, join the team. Let's have some fun. But for now, we're going to go ahead and be dropping the stream. We're going to be working with everybody inside the chat, still making some amazing profits. And I will see each and every one of you back here. What time? Tomorrow morning, 8:10 on TikTok, 9 o'clock on YouTube for another pre-market streaming session. Ron, absolutely. Tracy, you are more than welcome. Gonzo, absolutely. For those of you asking, how do I get inside of chat? I will go ahead and drop a link real quick for you guys. I'll go ahead and drop a link. So, all you have to do is head on over to alphadaytrading.com. You can simply go up here to join the team. You scroll down, it's going to show you exactly what you get for joining the team, breaking everything down. And then right here, you can go ahead and choose a plan that you want. So as soon as you join, right, you click the button, say you want to do the yearly, you join the team, takes you to a checkout page. And as soon as you check out, you will get immediate access inside of the Alpha Day Trading Chatroom. Everything hosted right on alphadaytrading.com. You'll get immediate access to the chat room, the live stream, video lessons library, booking your one-on-one mentorship session, all that good stuff. Again, alphadaytrading.com team. So do we have any final questions, comments, or concerns before we end the stream here on YouTube? So you see a little bit of a like a little bit of a wedge formation here now, guys, right? So yeah, you have the downtrend, but you also have this little bit of a wedge forming on BBIG. So BBIG still has a crap ton of potential. As long as it stays above VWAP here and re-breaks 10, I'd expect to see this rip and run back up towards around the highs. Josh, absolutely. Andrew, I want to get in the chat. So yeah, alphadaytrading.com. alphadaytrading.com. Go ahead and click join the team. Choose the plan that works best, and you'll get immediate access to chat. Again, alphadaytrading.com. Looking forward to seeing you guys inside the chat. Looking forward to working with you. And as Catherine said, my singing is for free. You guys don't have to pay for the singing. This market's on fire. So if you want to join the team that listen to me sing, you guys are all good and rock and roll. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have an amazing rest of your day. Be smart, trade safe, lock in your profits, retain your profits, hold on to those profits, and enjoy those profits. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good one. Trade smart and trade safe. And I'll see each and every one of you back here bright and early tomorrow morning on TikTok. At what time? 8:10, right? And then YouTube right around 9 o'clock. Enjoy the rest of your day, traders. I will see you tomorrow. I need an exit song. There we go. Exit song. There it is. Have a good one, guys.